Nigerian students in Cyprus have cried out over the inhumane treatment and racial discrimination they are facing in the country. The students, who are seeking help from the Nigerian government, lament they are being deported on arrival at the airport for establishing contacts with individuals in southern Cyprus, while they are also being forced to pay their tuition fees in pounds, while other foreign students pay in Turkish lira. The students called on the chairman CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, to come to their help. On her part, Dabiri Erewa said that Northern Cyprus is becoming a dangerous transit route for migrants. Joining us to discuss the development in Cyprus is Olashubomi Iginla Aino. Good to have you here on News.
Thank you very much.
All right, Olashubomi, let me come in here. We're also hearing issues about unpaid scholarship allowances. Now, between the federal and state governments, which arm is most negligent here? So maybe you can shed more light on scholarships for the students as well, from the Nigerian side regarding their scholarship allowances.
Well, for scholarship, there are schools that give scholarship in Cyprus. However, there are some students that enjoy scholarship from the government, and eventually, for one reason or another, they are unable to complete their school fees. And I'll give you an example of what's happening now in Cyprus. The government of Zamfara, the former government, probably had an agreement with a school in northern Cyprus, maybe more than one, but I'm aware of one.
Okay.
Now, now there is a new government for Zamfara. There have been news before now that some people were choked out of school because of lack of payment of school fees, blah, blah, blah. We thought that was the end of that tale, but unfortunately, as we speak, a particular school is about to choke out some students.
So would you say there's a lack of continuity between the old government and the new government coming in on
that
scenario?
This is an opportunity for me to relate now to the new government of Zamfara.
Okay.
That please, we need you to come in and help some of our students from Zamfara who have enjoyed scholarship. I don't know if it's part scholarship from the government of Zamfara. We need you now to be able to step in to see how you can rescue the ones that need to still pay part of their school fees.
What advice would you give to parents that are seeking to send their children abroad for education? Which country do you think stands out when it comes to the treatment of those that come in without any kind of discrimination, without any kind of backlash, without any kind of racism whatsoever? Which countries in Europe would you advise parents to actually?
That's a very big question. I will try to answer your question. Let me tell you, let me start with, from the point of view of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. The schools there are affordable. I went to a number of schools. I saw quality education in majority of the schools that I went to. That is not to say that all the schools in Northern Cyprus have equal. I also know, because currently there's a project that we are on for Africa, and it's called the CAA Mission. We are trying to help all our African students, all our African young people to stay in Africa and provide opportunities for them to thrive, rather than taking the inflatable boats into EU countries, risking their lives. We are on that project, and we have representation in 25 countries already. There is a particular school in Northern Cyprus that is currently partnering with us, and Gunsel is producing electric cars. And they have even offered to help us take in electric cars, to help develop our African students to produce electric cars and service it, because there is a target for 2035 that EU countries must use electric cars. So there will be a big market for electric cars then. So they are happy to go with us from place to place. So there are schools that offer high standard quality education. That's what I'm trying to say, in Northern Cyprus. So and they are quite affordable, like you said. And for example, because I have been there, and I have started monitoring in my own way with my network to ensure that all the promises I had for my government is taken seriously. based on this, I wouldn't be able to point at other places that have not really done this kind of research in. I don't want to I don't want to shoot myself in the leg.
Very good. And on that note, because you've said so much and so much revelations, and of course, so hopefully the authorities are getting that. Olashibomi Iginla Aino, Executive Director, Light Up Foundation, would like to thank you very much for your thoughts on those issues. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.